Look at the teams.
And there are no real surprises in that Rangers lineup, which looks immensely powerful, despite the fact that there's no Souness, Durant, Davy Cooper or McCoist. And they have Derek Ferguson and Andy Gray on the bench. And every player in that lineup cost a 6 or 7 figure, with just one notable exception. That's 20-year-old youth international Scott Nisbet, who's wearing Ally McCoist's number 9 jersey, and he's the longest serving player in that starting lineup, having joined the club in 1985. And Motherwell are without their first choice centre-backs, Craig Patterson and Chris McCart, who are both injured. But there's lots of experience in that lineup, which appears designed for safety-first tactics, with only Paul Kinnaird, a recognised striker. Tom McAdam is back at centre-half, and he's joined in central defence by 25-year-old Alec Kennedy, who is playing his first-team match in 1988. Another huge crowd as Motherwell, still without a Premier League win, start the match against the league leaders. So looking very much a home banker for any one doing the coupon, and it's Rangers who try to get forward straight away, but Alec Kennedy having to settle very quickly in perhaps the toughest task in the Premier Division at the moment, playing against Rangers at Ibrox. And there's the first corner kick of the match to Rangers. Conditions absolutely ideal. Terry Butcher strides forward to join the attack. Richard Gough is also there, so is John Brown. There's Brown. And the corner will be taken by Mark Walters. Taken away well by Kennedy. Here's Neil Cooper. Walters again. Cooper towards the far side, looking for Drinkle. Farningham losing control. Back with Wilkins. Kirk back marking Nisbet. Here's Steve Kirk from Motherwell. And now Farningham. Well judged by Kinnaird, sidestepping Gary Stevens, but then being robbed unfairly by Ian Ferguson. That's a free kick to Motherwell. And a chance for them to break out of their own half for the first time in the match. Well, Motherwell have forced themselves off the bottom of the table by means of a string of draws, but anxiously looking for that first victory. Chris Woods calling to Neil Cooper to leave that. Brown to Gough. And now Stevens. Wilkins calls for the ball in the middle. Cooper again using Gough. Wilkins very much the focal point of the Rangers build-up from midfield. And this bit has gone to the right. Followed across by Philibin for Motherwell. Wishart's hurried clearance goes straight to John Brown. Superb cross, there's Drinkle! Splendid play from Rangers. Kevin Drinkle getting up so well again. But just look at the quality of this ball from John Brown. That talented left foot, the swerving cross. Drinkle's positioning was excellent. A powerful header, and Cammy Duncan knew it was going wide. Butcher's header. There's McAdam and Kirk. Sullivan looking for Kinnaird, but Gough read that. Wilkins now, a stumble from Drinkle, allowing Philibin to collect for Motherwell. This is Boyd. Linking well with Kinnaird. High ball for Farningham. Good effort that from Farningham. Does did well in the drop with John Brown closing in. Good build-up from Motherwell on the left, involving Boyd and Kinnaird. Long ball beyond John Brown for the first time volley from Farningham. Well taken by Woods. Brown plays it against Ray Farningham. Precious few gaps up front for Rangers to exploit. The Motherwell marking is very tight indeed. Always difficult to break down the men from Fir Park. That's how Rangers are finding it right now. Here's Nisbet. A fine turn that by Nisbet. Alec Kennedy caught completely and bringing down the Rangers striker. This is fine play from Nisbet. The pass came from Brown. The dummy from Nisbet, the quick turn, and Kennedy was completely deceived. Well, the referee Mike McGinley considers that was serious enough to merit a serious lecture for Alec Kennedy, who appeared simply to be beaten all ends up by that move from Nisbet, rather than displaying any malice. Free kick to Rangers. Nisbet has recovered. It's Mark Walters over the set piece. By Brown on Kinnaird. Kinnaird has judged the bouncing ball well. So Motherwell now forced to come forward. They have to find the net if they are to take anything from the match. There's Russell. Won by Goff. Here's Wishart, setting himself up for a shot at goal. It's wide for Farningham. Back now with Kinnaird. Getting away from Walters and from Ferguson. Angling it in, Butcher's clearance. Well taken by Nisbet. Drinkle on his own in attack for Rangers. Running at McAdam. Drinkle against McAdam. And a free kick appears to be given, yes. Well, Drinkle appeared to overcarry the ball as he attacked Tom McAdam. McAdam penalised for impeding the Rangers striker. It really is a marvellous opportunity for Rangers from the edge of the box. Kevin Drinkle, I think, may feel he could have done better on that one-on-one situation. Took up great position once again, though, that Drinkle. He's very adept at that. 25 minutes on the clock as Cammy Duncan prepares to face this free kick. It may well be Walters, it could be Wilkins or Brown. There's Walters. Turned away by Duncan. That was a splendid save by the young Motherwell keeper. Walters drilling that beyond the wall and low. Duncan going across to his right and finger-tipping the ball away. That was intended for Gary Stevens, who made a run on the right. The throw to Rangers. Phillips tangling there with Walters. Still Rangers have possession. They've had so much of it in this first half. There's Butcher. That's towards Drinkle. Kennedy's clearance. Good play from Ferguson. Beaten away by Duncan. Good goalkeeping. Some explosive play again from Ian Ferguson. It was Drinkle who headed the ball high, then it was Kennedy. Now look at this play from Ferguson, chesting it down, the change of pace away from Boyd, the driven ball inside, and Duncan did well. John Gagan. Kinnaird and Boyd. Russell back with Phillips. Here's Russell. Linking with Kirk. Good play from Motherwell. There's Russell! A magnificent goal for Motherwell. A small band of Motherwell fans celebrate 2 minutes from the interval. And one of Rangers' finest players the last 10 years or so. Bobby Russell scores a brilliant goal here for Motherwell. There was Kinnaird, there was Russell now striding at the Rangers defence. The return pass came from Kirk. The rifle shot low into the corner. Bobby Russell's first goal of the season, and you can be sure he enjoyed that to the full. Back in his former territory at Ibrox, bringing Motherwell back on level terms. tackle was by McAdam. So it's the final minute now, the first half, which has undoubtedly had a shock ending. Rangers trying very hard to score before the interval and perhaps facing the wrath of Graham Souness, having dominated the first half. But it looks as though they're going to go in at half-time all square despite the early breakthrough. There was Walters trying to get forward, but it's a goal kick to Motherwell. Colin McLean's men deserve enormous credit. They really have been well organised at the back. They've been diligent, conscientious in midfield, and they've got the reward just before half-time. There's the interval whistle. The first goal was scored by John Brown, his first of the season, came in 18 minutes. The free kick by Mark Walters, a powerful glancing header by Brown. Duncan was beaten. It looked as though Rangers then had things all their own way. They dominated the proceedings, but then 2 minutes from half-time, Bobby Russell got his first goal of the season, brilliantly contrived. The 1-2 with Steve Kirk, a deadly finish. So the surprise half-time scoreline is Rangers 1, Motherwell 1. A warm welcome for the Motherwell players as they emerge, and the Motherwell chicken behind the Rangers goal, particularly pleased by that first half performance. So a great build-up of noise for the start of the second half. The game taking a dramatic turn just before the interval with that equaliser from Motherwell, who appeared to be defending stoutly but posing no real threat for the Rangers defence. And suddenly Rangers had to try to win the game all over again. There's Drinkle. Such a strong and lively attacker, Kevin Drinkle. Just look at the way he causes problems from this position. Looks quite unlikely. Turning, forcing his way forward, getting the shot in, pulling it wide of the target. Walters again, seeing plenty of the ball at the start of this second half. Out swinging cross, Brown was there, then Boyd in the clearance. Motherwell can't get the ball out of this danger area. There's Ferguson. Now Goff. That's for Stevens, who's onside. Nisbet's header, hooked away by McAdam. There's Wilkins. That took a deflection off Alec Kennedy. It's a corner kick for the Rangers. Richard Goff. Held down by Cook. Well, Gagan very composed inside his own box. Clearance only goes as far as Wilkins. Superb goalkeeping by Duncan. And the problem is not yet over for the Motherwell defence. Tremendous onslaught this from Rangers. Here's Mark Walters. Behind here by Cook. Then by Russell. Here's Farningham. Wishart. This is now with Philibin. Motherwell will want to enjoy some possession now, but that's given straight to Goff. But it turns it to Boyd. Now Stevens. The run's being made by Nisbet. There's Tom McAdam, and it's back with Cammy Duncan. Duncan, clearly the hero of the moment, with that incredible save. The pressure mounting, it was played in there by Wilkins. What a great flashing header this was from Ian Ferguson. Duncan at full stretch with a one-handed save. Header helped on by Nisbet. Kennedy's given it straight back to Nisbet. There's a Drinkle. Cooper's in position. Fine chance for Neil Cooper. He's already scored once for Rangers at Pittodrie. Set up by Drinkle, leaning back when he let fly with that shot over the top. Now a substitution being made by Rangers. Off goes the half-working Scott Nisbet, who's got a good match. It's a warm welcome for the replacement. Very much a favourite here, Ibrox. It's Andy Gray. Now Brown. Ian Ferguson operating nearer the middle of the field now in the second half. Pass misses out Goff. Rangers exposed a little with Goff out of position. Here's Paul Kinnaird running at Butcher. Good effort that from Kinnaird. The positioning was all important for Woods. That's what made it look so easy. The driving, forcing run. Kinnaird runs so well with the ball at his feet. Looks very comfortable indeed. Checks inside for the right foot shot, and Woods on the 6-yard line. Here's Ian Ferguson. Using Brown as a decoy. That's towards Andy Gray. Here's Drinkle. And another fine save from Duncan. What good attacking play this was. Ian Ferguson with a flighted chip towards Andy Gray. The control of the chest from Drinkle. The first time volley, and Duncan down to his right. Cooper's header. There's Ian Ferguson, very quick to the ball. Striding away from Cook. Delicate ball towards Gray. Good defending again by Alec Kennedy. Gray applauds the pass from Ian Ferguson. No exception now. Paul Kinnaird being asked to just go to the edge of the box to look for any hovering player there. There's Walter in the corner this time. Played in by Cooper. Turned by Drinkle. No luck again for Kevin Drinkle. He was very sharp indeed. The Walters corner kick played in first time by Cooper. Look at the way it was controlled. The turn by Drinkle. The shot going wide. There's Goff coming forward to join the midfield. Brown again. Walters has gone very deep this time. Followed again by Wishart. That's towards Andy Gray. He got free of his marker again. His positioning really is immaculate inside the opposing box. Finding space where there appears to be none. And trying to float that towards the far corner. Doing a bit of roving, but losing it to Cooper. Goff now to Walters. Can this Motherwell defence survive? The pressure is relentless. Here's Walters. Neil Cooper. And swept off the line by Russell. Cross came from Walters. Neil Cooper with the header. Appeals for handball against Bobby Russell, particularly by Andy Gray, but it appeared to strike his left thigh. What I think it is. There's Goff. Not far away, a flashing header from long range. Still, it will not run kindly for Rangers. Now there will be a substitution made by Motherwell. John Gavin is going off. Gordon Mayer is going on. And for Rangers, Neil Cooper is being replaced by Derek Ferguson. Off goes Cooper. The more creative skills of Derek Ferguson being prepared for this late push. The warm welcome for Ferguson. His ability to play incisive passes may be crucial in these closing stages. Goff's header, up goes Andy Gray. Drinkle now trying to go beyond Kennedy, and a fine effort by Drinkle. Well, what a good striker he is. This was well taken by Drinkle. High ball forward, Andy Gray causing problems. There was Drinkle nodding it into space. Powerful shot, Duncan well positioned. And less than 10 minutes remaining as Rangers battle on. Time in the match where stamina will be crucial, and Motherwell really must be feeling the pace now. They've been under the collar for so long. They will have to show their strength and fitness if they're to hang on further. There's Brown back with Wilkins. Andy Gray going up with Goff. Hooked away by Kennedy, but there was pushing going on. Goff and Gray pushing in the box. Well, the two dangerous men in the air. Gray, I think, was the real culprit. He was holding down a defender. Alec Kennedy made a great clearance, nevertheless. And the change being made is the departure of Bobby Russell, perhaps now feeling the pace in the late stages. He's had a fine match for Motherwell, the scorer of that superb equalising goal before the interval. Off he goes to be replaced by the powerful figure of Steve Cowan. Signal coming from the Motherwell dugout to retain a line of 5 in midfield, leaving Kinnaird all on his own up front. Here's Andy Gray in behind Wishart, looking for Walters. Down it goes towards Ferguson. And Cammy Duncan will not be denied. Excellent, inspired goalkeeping once again. Gray with a good header back inside. There was Walters. Now Derek Ferguson making room for the shot, and Duncan doing well once more for Motherwell. It's back with Wilkins. Andy Gray. Drinkle playing it in. It's thumped clear again by McAdam. Here's Kinnaird all on his own with Butcher. He'll take this for a walk, you can be sure. Now Motherwell getting players forward in support. One of them is Steve Kirk, another is Ray Farningham. And Derek Ferguson cuts it off. He's forced to thump it clear as he dribbled it round Chris Woods. Well, the credit there must go to Paul Kinnaird, playing it inside to Farningham. That was intended for Kirk. Ferguson was there taking it away from Woods and thumping the ball to safety. The 90 minutes are over. There's been a little bit of time for injury, so the referee's adding that on. Perhaps some time wasting too. Here's Mark Walters. Can Rangers do it at the last gasp? Here's John Brown. Helped on by Ferguson. There's Drinkle! Bedlam erupts around Ibrox. It looked as though the point was gone. Then the long kick out from Chris Woods. It was won there by Ferguson. Great little turn. Then it was Wilkins. Played into Walters. On the far side was John Brown. Now watch the way this is helped on by Ian Ferguson. And there was Drinkle unmarked to win the match for Rangers. Well, barely enough time, I'm sure, to restart the match. Just listen to the action of the Rangers fans. There's Goff's header. Cowan lobs it back into the danger area. This Rich collects. And the most valiant effort from Motherwell appears to be for nothing. We've had 2 minutes of time added on. There can't really be much more. There's Tom Boyd. Surely now Motherwell cannot have the reserves to come back. No, there goes the final whistle. A remarkable second half. Relentless Rangers pressure. Stout, determined defending by Motherwell. But Kevin Drinkle is the man of the moment with that header in the final minute to break the hearts of Motherwell and keep the Rangers' march towards the league title intact. The final score in dramatic fashion. Rangers 2, Motherwell 1.
And did you ever think that winning goal was coming?
I think you always think you're going to get it. I think with the amount of pressure that we had them under in the second half, it was just a matter of keeping our heads and being patient. I know the fans were probably a bit frustrated, but the game does last 90 minutes, sometimes a little bit more than 90 minutes as it did today, Jock, with a bit of injury time. And you've just got to keep pegging away in games like this, and we got the reward for our persistence and keeping calm and keep putting our passes together. We never just continued to lump it straight in there. We tried to play a bit of football, even late on in the game, and it worked with Derek Ferguson playing a lovely bit of football in the midfield and sending John Brown away down the wing.
But from the striking point of view, does that kind of relentless onslaught make life more difficult for you?
It does. There's always a lot more bodies in the box, Jock. It's never easy to score goals these days. People make it very difficult. And I think when Motherwell, a team like Motherwell, come and put up with shutters like that, it's very hard to find any sort of space in the penalty area. But fortunately, Kevin Drinkle found 6 inches or 2 to nod that one in. It was great to see it get in. I mean, it went over my head and I threw it for a goal kick, and I looked round and there was Kevin coming. It was great to see.
How do you think they'll cope on Wednesday night?
I think we'll cope well. I mean, people are saying, and a lot of people are saying, that the game's over. 2-0 was too much, but I don't see it that way. I know the players don't. I know the lads are confident. They feel the scoreline flattered Cologne a great deal over there. The lads felt they dealt with them quite comfortably for 75 minutes and probably got too confident in the last 15 and pushed men forward when we probably could have accepted a 0-0 or a 1-0. and the lads feel confident. I mean, you look around this place, and if we get an early goal on Wednesday, Jock, with 40-odd thousand here screaming down the Germans' neck, I don't think they'll fancy it. I can remember when Everton played a German side, Bayern Munich, in the semi-final, and we went one down at Goodison, but in front of 50,000, as soon as we got back in the game, they just folded completely. And I can see that sort of thing hopefully happening on Wednesday. If we manage to get an early goal and get the punters here behind us, that'll frighten the life out of the Germans.